Who's excited for September? Yeah, I am very excited for September. I love that Mark Pentecost, who watched this video today. All right. I love that he was talking about September to remember. I was already thinking about that. I was like, man, this is really, we're not trying to be corny, but like, let's just give this our all, you guys. Like, today's the first. I love that training landed on the first of the month. So I was like, you know what? We're going to go print out the steps to success. We're going to talk about that tonight. Let's just bust it out. Let's have an amazing month, and let's, let that momentum just push us all the way through the holidays. I joined at the end of September, so at the end of this month, it's going to be my 1 year. And who's in their first, 3 months? Raise your hand. Okay, keep your hand up, please, and then everyone look around the room. Okay. A year from now, you can be anywhere you want to be. I'm serious. I'm going triple diamond this month, and I haven't been in for a year, all right? You guys can do it. You guys can do it. You just got to put your mind to it. I have a few tips, and I'm actually going to be going over what I do on a daily basis, because I feel like I haven't really given like a step-by-step list, if you will. I wanted to have that printed up for you, but you're just going to have to take notes. Are we periscoping right now?
Yes.
Everybody wave! Hello there, teens! How are you? Okay. All right, so I'm just going to pray really quick. Thank you, Lord, for today, and help me not be stressed out because I'm having my confianza, and just help me remember everything I wanted to tell everybody today. Amen. I call it rap church, sorry. I always have to pray before I start. So, today's the first. We are resuming training. We are making some changes. So if you're taking notes, or if anybody, maybe Amy, wants to jump on the rap, what's it called, the training group, the It Works Northwestern Washington training group, the dumb long name that I made up, and post what I'm about to say, okay, because it's the new training schedule. So starting this Tuesday, we're meeting, right? But next Tuesday, we're not. So it's going to be for every other Tuesday from here on out. The reason we're doing this is because on the opposite weeks, we're starting a Rap Wednesday. And that is so that you can bring potentials. That is open to anyone and everyone. You can bring your distributors. If they don't have a place to be launched, then please try to go launch them somewhere else, just because if everybody's phones up, they're going to fill up too fast. I'll get into where we're meeting at in a moment, but it's not here, and the room is pretty small. But the reason we're starting Rap Wednesdays is so that you can have growth in your business. Because what point is coming to training if you're not taking those tools given to you and implementing it into your business? Definitely come if you have never done a rap party before. Come one time and shadow it. If you have a distributor that has too small of a place, or you don't have a place to launch them, or whatever, you can bring your distributor and we will launch them for you, and then you sign them up at the end. If you do come and you have potentials, I do ask that you bring your own wraps and that you bring your own greens. We will have water bottles there, and we will do the Fat Fighter demo. I mean, we'll go over the entire product line, but anything that you personally want your person to sample, we will have cups and water bottles there, but we will not provide the samples, okay? I'm not that rich yet. So, thank you. Oh, Confianza, I love you so much. I don't know how to, okay, hold on. Oh my God. Yeah. Did anyone not get a raffle that would like a raffle? Last call for raffles. They are $1. We also have Square Cash. If you guys haven't done that, if you only have a debit card and you want to use a debit card, you're more than welcome to. Can we give Michelle and Christina here, Michelle is with the baby, a huge round of applause. Michelle came with her sweet little baby, super stressed out. She's been in and out of the hospital with her dad all week for a couple weeks, and did our raffle for us. Christina went and made the copies that you were just handed. She went and got those copies done for you. All right, so every other Tuesday is going to be training. And then on the opposite weeks, we're going to do Rap Wednesday. So this week is training. Next Wednesday, it's from 5:30 to 7:30. We have to be done by 7:30. So if you come late, that's fine. But you have to wrap up with your distributor or their potentials or whatever outside or whatever. They are closed to the public at 7:30, and I do not have that room after 7:30. So that's the 9th of September. That's next Wednesday. And that is at the Curves building on 3rd Street in Marysville. So you will see that on 3rd Street. And then again, Tuesday will be the following week, which is the 15th. And then the following week again Rap Wednesday, which is the 23rd, Curves Building. So we're posting this on the event. If you guys are not on the training page, we have a training page specifically for these trainings. It's called, what's it called? It Works Northwestern Washington Training Group. And it should be public, so if you guys need to be added, you can message me if you can't find it, but if you literally go in the search bar on Facebook and just type in It Works Northwestern Washington Training Group, then you'll get all these updates. We just posted the schedule that I told you on there. So those are kind of like our announcements or whatever. The last Tuesday and Wednesday this month, we are not doing training nor Rap Wednesday because we want to make sure that we bust out a strong Wednesday. And because that's the 29th and the 30th. So I don't have time for that. I'm going to Berlin. I'm not going to be training anybody. Okay, so we've got our raffle tickets here. If you did not see the video today, I was hoping Sarah Hayden was going to be able to come today, but she wasn't able to come, and she is my PowerPoint guru person, so I don't have a fancy PowerPoint. But the video today, if you haven't seen it, go on the Mark Pentecost page and watch it. He did all the announcements. He did the High Five 305, which is 12:05 our time, and he extended the Ruby bonus. Who's stoked for that? Build our businesses, get distributors. I am so excited for that, you guys. I notice a lot of you are in your first couple months when you raise your hand. If you are still in your first 60 days and your kit took more than like a week and a half to come, you need to be making a support ticket ASAP and asking them to extend your time limit because more than likely they will, depending on when your kit arrived. I don't know if you guys know that. After 2 weeks. Okay, so 2 weeks or more. That I know for me, it helped a lot of the girls on my team. So you would literally just go into your eSuite, click on support, create new ticket. You're going to click on, I believe, compensation, and then you're going to type it in there. You know, my name is Joy, my distributor ID number is, I'm not going to tell you, you know, I joined on this date, my kit didn't come till this date, and more than likely they're going to extend it for you. So if you need a little bit more time, do that like now, like pull your phone now and do that. You guys, you are going to want to be running with this Ruby bonus. I guarantee you that this is not going to be lasting long. He's making that very clear in all of his videos. So I'm super thankful that he extended it. Now, for those of you that may be feeling discouraged that, you know, maybe you're close to Diamond or you're Emerald and you're thinking, if they come up with a bonus, I'm going to push for Diamond. I am this close to Triple Diamond. I'm pushing anyway. I could care less about a bonus. I would love a bonus. That would be amazing. But, you know, for me and my family, like, we just need triple right now. There's things happening, like, I've got to take care of lots of stuff coming up. So I am pushing, our compensation plan is absolutely phenomenal. I don't know if you guys have ever gone on the document tab on your eSuite and clicked on compensation. I really encourage you to not go too far because it'll overwhelm you. But read up until Diamond, you guys. Like the bonuses that are available, regardless of the good bonus, the get out of debt bonuses, they are absolutely phenomenal. There's bonuses that are infinity. There's bonuses that you make infinity down off of your team, whether you enroll them or not. The income potential is just absolutely huge. And the more and more and more I read about it, the more I remember to take care of certain things and to really work my business from every single angle and just explode my paycheck. So if you are not looking at Diamond, or if you're only looking at executive or a couple $100 a month, I really encourage you to be focusing on Diamond. And Diamond is made up of 3 rubies. So get with your upline. If you're on my team, get with me. If you don't have an upline and you're just here for support, jump over to Ashley Hughes' YouTube channel. She is absolutely phenomenal. She has the best Ruby videos that I have found personally. She has a video of what you need to go Ruby. She has a video of every step to Ruby. Jade Hooper is also very good as well. If you are taking notes, those are the girls that you want to be following. Or you can ask me, and I will add you on Facebook, and I will PM you the videos directly. But you're wanting to go Ruby, and then after that, show 3 people underneath you how to go Ruby. If you can get to Diamond, guys, like you're literally not going to have to work anymore because of the bonuses that are infinity down. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, jump over to your compensation plan, read your stuff. I didn't have anyone just, handing me every single tool that I possibly needed. They told me, this is where you found this, this, and this. They, didn't sit there breaking it down, every single little thing. I just want to tell you that, where I am today, I had to stop and just tell myself that I was smart enough and I was capable enough of learning anything that I put my mind to. So whether you're going to school right now, or you're thinking about going to school someday, you know, you would go to school and you would learn, right? Same with this business. I literally devoted only a month to sitting down for about 2 hours a day on YouTube, and I learned it all. But what I do is I keep rotating through videos and constantly on there. I challenge myself to watch 2 videos a day from different leaders, so that I'm never comfortable, because that is the last thing that I want. I noticed that the months that I made less money, or the same stagnant, like the same paycheck that I made the month before, were the months that I was not getting personal development. So I don't care if you have an upline, I don't care if you don't have an upline, I don't care if you've never been here before, if you're not sure what to do, you are smart enough and you are capable enough to get on YouTube and find out anything you want to know. So if you want to know how to sign loyal customers, you literally go download the YouTube app, click on search, go, how do I sign loyal customers if it works? It's going to go in order of popularity. So click on, you know, the first couple ones, and those ones more than likely are going to be good. I can tell you from my personal experience, I'm obsessed with Jade Hooper, Jocelyn Yates, and Ashley Hughes, and Lydia Diaz. She's amazing. So anyway, I'm just telling you guys this because if some of you are like, yeah, Ruby, that's great, but I don't know how to get there. Or, yeah, Diamond, that's great, but I don't know how to get there. Or I feel like I don't have support. Or my upline's always busy. I really encourage you. YouTube is now going to be your best friend, and you're just going to hop and skip all the way to ambassador with your YouTube channels, okay? I'm dead serious, because that is all that I've done. And I have a notebook that is over there, and it's thick with notes. And I have multiple notebooks from when I first joined, thick with notes. And sometimes I'll just sit there and I'll read back for a few minutes on the different notes. There's corporate calls that if you don't follow Mark Pentecost, our founder, or Pam Souder, one of our CEOs, you're going to want to follow them on Facebook. They announce the calls every week. We have a Sunday night corporate call. I like that one because they kind of wrap up the week. And then there's the Monday night Show Me the Money call. That was a game changer for me when I started really making that a priority. I would have a timer that would go off on my phone, like right now it's saying post. I have timers all day so that I'm consistent. But Monday nights, if you are not listening to those Show Me the Money calls, start making that a habit, you guys. Habits form success. So if you can remember anything from tonight, habits form success. The more you're consistent, the more successful you are going to be. And that's in everything. That's in working out, that's in cleaning your house, that's in everything. Whatever your challenge is in your life or your business, habits form success. So with posting, with everything. But the Show Me the Money call, I really love that one. That really pumps me up for my week. You get to hear from ambassadors, presidentials. If you're working a job already or you can't make it on that call, or maybe you just forget, it happens. I didn't listen to last night's because I was out and about. I was busy with Wednesday, obviously, so I did not listen to anything at all. I was just busy. But they are recorded. You could go on to myitworksevents.com and click on the calendar and click on any date, infinity back, and listen to any call. So sometimes, even if I'm getting kind of just sick of YouTube or whatever, and not finding anything new or whatever, I will be doing dishes or helping my kids with their schoolwork or folding laundry, and I'll just jump on there on my phone and play it back. I play back calls when I'm in the shower. I play back calls when I'm driving. You can find time to work this business. You really, 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 truly can. Everyone that says that they don't have time, a little bit of my background, if you don't know who I am, I'm a double diamond with It Works. I joined about 11 months ago, and I have 4 kids under the age of 7. I have an 11-month-old baby. I homeschool. I'm breastfeeding. I'm super busy. So I also was working 2 jobs when I started. I was working 40 plus hours a week at a car dealership, and I was working about 30 hours a week at Red Robin in Smoky Point. Worked there for about 2 years. So I was super burnt out. I'm also a single mom. So for those of you maybe who can relate a little bit with the kids or the work or the homeschooling or the breastfeeding or whatever it is, I know some of you guys are like, oh Jesus, shut up about the breastfeeding. But I'm just saying, I'm super, super busy. And when I started, I was more stressed out than I am now because I've gotten into my groove, right? So just know, if you're looking at people that are talking in a microphone and stuff like that, I mean, I'm 27 years old. I don't have anything special about me other than I love people. I love helping people. And I was sick of where I was. I was sick of it. I worked 2 jobs, and I had an okay house, an okay car, but I never had anything nice. I couldn't go out to eat. I couldn't, if my kids want to go to the Children's Museum or Woodland Park Zoo or anything, I was always like, no, we don't have money, we don't have money. If something was going on with school or a field trip, I was calling my mom. If I wanted a coffee, I was taking quarters from their piggy bank. I mean, I literally never had money. And if you really focus and you let the things that are really holding you down, whatever the reason is that you joined, that you want to be changing your life, if you really focus and remember those things when you want to quit or when you're not sure what to do, or when you're thinking this is stupid, this is time consuming, this is taking from my family, this is taking from whatever, where there's a will, there's a way. You have to remember that. And that's like my most simple, silly little Pinocchio quote ever, but like, it's so true. Where there's a will, there's a way. You have to remember that whatever it is that you're going through in your life right now, or whatever struggle you're enduring, or whatever rank that you're stuck in, or rank that you can't get to, or you're saying you can't get to, it has never been done before. It has never been a struggle that hasn't happened with humankind before. People have gone before you and they've been through it. I've probably faced every single thing that you could possibly think of. I've had deaths in my family. I've had a bankruptcy. I had a divorce. I had a birth of a child. I had a loss of a child. Actually, I had a loss of 2 children while I've been doing It Works. I had like no money when I quit my job because I was only a Ruby, but I was making about Emerald pay. So I just full on quit my job because I knew that if I just focused, it would make me focus. And so I literally was, where's Jessica? I was watching Jessica's Kids. I was cleaning houses. I was just hustling in any way possibly that I could because I knew that whether I made a whole lot at once or not, or even if it was just enough to cover my product, I knew that if I sacrificed a little bit and pushed, that that time is going to go by anyway. And I'll tell you what, it seems like it's forever when you're in the zone and when you're in the desert, if you will, but I guarantee you when you get to the other side, I look back now and I'm like, I have goosebumps right now. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be triple diamond this month, you guys. Like, I want to cry. Like, it's just insanity, and it hasn't even been a year. So I know what you're feeling. I know those feelings, like when you're stuck or you don't know what to do, or maybe you're new or you haven't joined and you don't know where to start. But I guarantee you that there is support, and that's why we do this. That's why we have this meeting. That's why there's the team pages. That's why there's YouTube. That's why leaders, they don't get paid to make YouTube videos. They do that because they know that they have something to offer you. The best advice I could give you tonight is if there's someone willing to coach you or give you some tips, listen to them. That's the best advice I could give you, whether it's on YouTube or your upline or whatever. Now, but also have boundaries, right? Because you're gonna meet a lot of people who are gonna be like, oh, I know what I'm talking about. And you copy the right cat. So I tell all my leaders, every single person that joins my team, I call them all leaders because they all are. But every person that joins my team, I'm telling them to follow double diamonds, diamonds, even just maybe rubies that are working their butts off that are gonna go diamond soon. Find somebody that knows what they're talking about and do what they do. Whether it's literally straight up screenshotting their posts and then retyping it as your own, or whether it's taking their pictures and reposting it as your own, or whether, not saying that those are your before and afters, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying like copy what they do. But find their groove and then go mimic it. And then by doing that, you're going to find your own groove, okay? So that is all that I did for 3 whole months, and everyone was like, oh, Joy, you're such a rock star. I'm like, I'm copying that rock star over there. I'm not doing anything unique whatsoever in any way, shape, or form. And by doing that, by copying the right cat, by doing the right things, copying the right leaders, then I found my own groove, and I guarantee you that you will too. So by doing everything that I just said, you will go very, very far. You have to remember your why. I had it typed on the background of my phone because I saw my phone the most. Some people put their goals on their mirror or their dashboard, but I figure, I'm looking at my phone 90% of the day anyway, so I'm going to put my goals on the background. So I typed them up and I screenshotted it and I put it on the background of my phone because I cannot tell you how many times I've been discouraged, and I still am very often. And seeing those goals and remembering, like, I don't want to be on my feet all day serving customers burgers and fries. I just don't. Like, I'm sick of it. I don't want my kids eating chicken nuggets, sleeping on daycare mats. I'm sick of it. I don't want to not be able to go to family events during the summer when my family's like, hey, we're going to have a barbecue, or your brother's in town, or whatever. And being like, oh, shoot, I have to work, and trying to, like, hustle to cover that shit. I'm sick of it. The money is great, yeah, that's awesome. But I didn't care about the money at the beginning. I cared about winning my time. I had just birthed a baby. I wanted to be home with my kids. I had been gone from my kids, all three kids before. I gave birth to them, they went back into daycare. Had a baby, they went back into daycare. And I finally was like, you know what, enough is enough. I don't care that I'm only making $600 a month. I know that if I focus, I can do what I'm gonna do. And it took me 4 months and 4 months sitting at Ruby to go diamond, but it was worth it. And it was the hardest 4 months I have ever experienced in my entire life, because I cannot tell you how many times I had to call the puny and push a bill off, or borrow money to pay my car payment, or beg and plead to Future Sun Energy, whatever you've got to do. And I'm not trying to say like you need to go do what I did. I'm just telling you what I did. But I knew that it would be worth it. And it's the same kind of stuff if you're in school, you guys. I have a degree in marine biology. I almost got a degree in nursing. I was like 12 credits away when I got pregnant with my another kid again. But I've done the whole school thing. I've done that with kids and working, and it sucks because you are like trying to get your kid to be quiet. You're trying to study, or if you don't have kids, whatever you got to do, but you're sacrificing your study, your focus. Half the time you can't work a job. You're just doing side jobs. You're working like a crap, minimum wage job. But the reason you're doing it is because of the end result. So what I want to do is pass around, if I can find it, the income chart. I like to do this at the meetings. And if you already know the income chart, please just pass it. Just pass it along, because I want other people to be able to see it. I only have one, I'm sorry. But I want you to look at the income chart. I want you, if it takes a while to go around, that's fine. Take your time looking at it. Just while we're doing this meeting tonight, I want you to look at it. And if you are new, or if you've been stuck where you are, or whatever, I want you to think about what's going to help you and your family, or you and your life. And then I want you to dream bigger. And I want you to think of what's really going to help me thrive. For me, I could survive off of diamond pay. I knew that I could survive off of diamond pay. When I first joined, I could care less about diamond. I didn't even think I could get there. I just wanted Ruby. I really wanted to be able to make my car payment and get off of food stamps. Those were the two things I really wanted to do. But I tell you what, when you hit Ruby and you look at that check that comes in and you're like, I just did that from my smartphone. Like, you're gonna change your mind real quick. And now you still might have some doubts. I did too. I was like, I don't know. My Ruby team quit on me 4 times. So I went Ruby, they quit, except Amy. I had to rebuild it, and then they quit, and then I had to rebuild it. And then Christina came, and then everyone else quit, and it was Christina and Amy, and then I rebuilt it again. But guess what? They're both diamonds on my team, and they're both going double diamond now because they stuck with it. They're some of the originals, okay? So those are just all little examples. I know some of you don't know my story. That's why I wanted to kind of share it. I'm sorry if I sound a little intense. I'm just so freaking excited for September, you guys, and not because of Triple Diamond, right? I'm so excited because so many people in this room are gonna go Ruby, and that's a game changer for families. Like when you get $600-700, even if it's $200 or $300, whatever your check is, it's a blessing, and it's not an easy business, but it's simple. It's very, very simple. So if you are new. We are going to be jumping into the steps of success. This is something you want to print off the first of every month. And this will take you wherever you want to go. If you are filling this out every month and you're training your team to do it, you will get as far as you want to go. But I don't know, I'm just so excited for September. I'll talk about that in a second. Does anyone have any questions real quick? And then I'm just going to do some recognition. Anyone have any questions about what Mark announced today? Okay. Really quickly though, off his video, for those of you who are discouraged that there's no diamond bonus, did you notice that he said work really hard for 17 days? Did you notice Mark said that? Regarding this month, I guarantee you something crazy is going to happen in 17 days. Now, I don't know what that is. It could be a bonus, it could not. It could be BOGO, it could be whatever, another chance for the cruise, whatever it is. But he's hinting, you guys, that right now is the time. Don't wait anymore. Set your goals now. If you're in this room tonight, if you're watching on Periscope, if you have team members that aren't here, text them now. Text them when you get out of here. Call them in the morning, whatever you got to do. But get everyone on the same page. Get your team. If you don't have a team, start building one. Get the seeds planted now. It is the first of the month. It's go time. Let's let that momentum from month's end just push us all through the month. None of this crap of not working our businesses all month long and then the last week being like, oh my gosh, I should probably get some orders in. Let's stand right now and say, stop it. Like, we're doing this thing now. And if you don't have people on your team, go get some or go share with everyone. Even if no one joins you this month, they will eventually. Keep going. Let that momentum build up. I guarantee you, especially for those of you who are new, with a chance to earn this bonus, or for those of you who are already Ruby or above, the fact that he said, haul ass the next 17 days, he's hinting towards something. So I'm going to be doing it. My team's going to be doing it. I know my team's going to be doing it. We're committed, you guys, and that's something that only you can do. Your upline can't do it for you. We can't do it for you. There's so much support in this business. I have never been so passionate about anything in my life, and it has nothing to do with, Vanna White over here with the wrap. It has nothing to do with the wrap. It has nothing to do with our amazing compensation plan or anything. It has to do with the people. We are a people business. We are a relationship business. And I'll tell you what, when I am stressed out, or when I need something, or when I'm having a bad day, or I need my kids washed, anything, I call my team. I don't call anyone else. I don't have any family here. I have my team though. And my family's been trying to get me to move out of the area forever, and I'm like, nope, my team's here, sorry. Like, I love you, but I was with you forever. Like, my parents hate me. I'm like, come to us. So just know that we are so much more than reps. Like, you can get anywhere you want to go in the company if you can learn to care about people. So whatever fear you have right now, you need to take that stupid little hat off, crumple it up, and throw it away. Throw that fear away right now, because I guarantee you that when you step out in faith and you start talking to people about this business and these products, whether you've used them or not, grab somebody else's story, grab somebody else's before and after, grab somebody else's testimony, use my testimony, use Katie's testimony, whatever you gotta do. But fake it till you make it and get excited. Let your why drive you and don't let it be your excuse. Run with it. And I guarantee you, whether you have a story now or not, it don't matter. Like, I used my upline story until I hit diamond. And then I finally had a story. I didn't have a story. I don't have a story. Nobody had a story before they started. They used their upline story. If you don't have an upline, find one. Like, you can do anything. You're smart, I promise. Sorry. I'm just so excited for September. It's going to be freaking amazing. And I know that something huge is coming. I can just feel it in my bones. And I have had gut feelings my whole life, and they've always come true, so just trust me on this. Anyways, so what was I saying? If you can let your why drive you, and you have to kind of get angry. Like, you have to let the things that are driving you nuts right now, whether it's being broke or you need a boyfriend or whatever it is, like, whatever little thing is that's stressing you out, you have to let that make you mad and make a change. Forget about the boyfriend. Sorry. I've got my head in the clouds. So you have to let that push you through. Every single time, don't talk, every single time I wanted to quit, I would remember being on my feet all day and my kids at daycare, and that's what made me keep going. Because I knew that even if it was just a little bit extra a month, and you're not going to make a lot a month in the beginning, unless you're Tiffany. Like, Tiffany's making crazy money already, but, like, she's amazing. Anyway, we'll talk about her in a minute. You're not going to make a lot, okay? My first check, hear me out, my first check was $8. $8. You can't even access your first check with It Works unless it's $25 or more. So my first check was $8. Feel better now? Yeah? Okay. My second check was $63. Okay? My third month in, there was no Ruby bonus when I started, okay? I got my product credit, that was like the best thing ever. My third month in, my check was $106. It wasn't even enough to cover my auto ship and my website. But guess what? I was selling wraps during that time. And I was enrolling distributors and getting faster bonuses, which we'll talk about that in a minute. And that's just how it was. And I knew that spending an hour and a half a day on YouTube and teaching myself and taking notes, jumping on the calls when I could, if I couldn't, jumping it on later, I knew that talking to everyone I possibly could about this and posting consistently on Facebook, that eventually would pay off. And again, I know it feels like it's taking a while, but it took me 5 months to go diamond, almost 6 months. Doesn't sound like a long time to you maybe, but trust me, when you're in the zone, it feels like it's been forever. Like, if I don't post a lot, it feels like, wow, I haven't posted in a week, and I'm like, oh, it's been an hour. Like, so just know you are not alone. like to recognize some rock stars who promoted this last month. And if you, I just want you to get inspired, you know, because these are people that are in the same shoes that you're in right now, or maybe that you were in. And this is what we do. We are a huge relationship business when we encourage each other. For me, it fuels my fire. When my upline's like, shout out to Joy, she's structured for triple diamond. Like, I was just like, okay, cool, I'm structured for triple. And I was like, okay, I'm focused, right? And then she did that shout out, and I'm like, oh, it's right, okay, time to go, you know. So, recognition is huge. If you have a team, or even if you don't, and you're going to build a team leader, the biggest thing you can do, and this is something I'm learning to be better at, because I didn't used to really do this much in the beginning, I didn't think about it, because no one told me what to do, is recognize your team when they work, okay? So when you get a team member and they're working, you want to recognize them. Whether that's a loyal customer, whether that's two, whether they earned their 120th year product, whether they completed their steps to success. I feel like we don't talk about this as much, so that's something I'm really going to be focusing on with my team this month, is really giving them shout outs if they complete this. We'll get into that in a minute. So if you, regardless whether you're on my team or not, because I know only a few in here are from my team, if you promoted to the first rank in the company, which is executive, which is an average of $309 a month, will you please stand? Yay! We're the executives in the room. All right. I never got a chance to be executive. I'm old. I just, whoop. If you are a Ruby, which averages $599 a month, will you please stand? All right. Now, who promoted to Ruby this last month? All right, will you come up here, please? Sorry. Okay, super short and sweet. Your name? No, you're fine. You're fine. Okay. She's so funny. Her Ruby is still sitting in the support ticket, but she's Ruby. We know that she.
I haven't slept in like 24 hours.
Right? Month end is at noon, people.
Noon. Oh my God. Yeah, right. In a perfect world. Okay. Let's not scare the newbies. I don't want to scare the new people. Okay. Really short and sweet. Your name, who you're under, and a short business tip.
All right. I am Heather. I am under Paisley. And my biggest tip is just posting, personal posts. That's when I started signing people. I signed distributors and customers when I started posting my own results, and when I started posting about how the business was helping me personally.
I'm Rhonda, and I'm under Amy, and I actually went with Ruby after 4 months, finally, this month. And I would have to say, do not give up. Keep going, keep pushing, because it will happen. And definitely, like Joy said, encourage your team. That's the biggest key. We're all a team. And when they know that you know higher than them, it definitely keeps them going as well.
I'm Tiffany, and I signed under Joy, but I don't know technically who I'm actually under. Okay, but she's my upline. And I guess a tip would be do not prejudge your customers. I have been so surprised by the people that I thought they'd never be interested in, and they actually were, and the people that was like, oh my gosh, they'd so be for this, and then they weren't. Like, don't prejudge, because you never know, and I did that with somebody, and I didn't message them until it was like right to the bare minimum time, and then I found out they signed with someone else like a couple days before. So don't not prejudge your customers.
Hi, my name is Crystal, and Katie and Joy are my upline. So I already told you I haven't slept for like 24 hours. I'm so not kidding. I've taken 4 doses of cocaine. That is not a business tip. That's just a personal tip. Actually, the biggest thing that I've learned is probably from Paisley. And that is, you ask people, how the heck are you? Okay? So many of my friends are like, oh, you really want to know how I am? You don't want to just sell me a wrap? It's so true, you guys. I know I've learned so many things, and not to go on, but the other thing I learned is that we truly are a team. I had so many team members come out of the woodwork last night and texting me and Facebooking me and calling me as they knew I was in the 11th hour. So do not underestimate your team. Let them support you.
forget your why. When you look at your little ones or, looking for what your goals are or trying to reach those goals, just always remember why. Because there's going to be times where you're down on yourself and you're like, why am I doing this? I'm so exhausted. It's month end. I'm not going to make my goal. And then I see a little one crying or this or that. I'm like, this is my why. This is why I'm doing this. And this is why I'm going to stay up a little bit longer and message a couple more people. And then that kind of leads into my second really big tip is follow up. And I don't know if you guys said this before you didn't hear anybody, so sorry for repeating it. But following up is huge. I finally actually made my 100th list. And as I was doing it, I was looking at all the people that I've already talked to and not followed up with. Not good. So that's my biggest advice. So I actually joined like the week after you, at like September 27th, I think, or 25th. So I'm almost on my 1 year as well. And I was working full time. I just had her, or I was pregnant with her. She was born October. And I was like, I saw Nicole Finke. I don't know if everyone follows her. If you're not, you should be. She's amazing. And I was like, well, she's home. She's doing this. I want to be home. I don't want to go back to work after I have my baby and pay daycare and have $80 left over for myself to get by till the next paycheck. And so I started doing it. And I actually did not earn my 120 free product because I let my why get in the way. And that was the biggest thing, is you don't let your why get in your way, but you also make sure, isn't she wiggly? Yeah. And so, I lost my train of thought. But yeah, so don't ever get up. I just now hit Ruby and it's been a year. And I see it, right? I see my goal and I'm going.
Give you your koala bear back. Okay, so don't leave. You have something. Here's a little pen. If you're Ruby, you're welcome. All right. And you guys can go sit down. Except for Tiffany, she's like, oh crap. I want to talk about this girl for a second. And not, to just, be like, we're not cliquey. We're not like, oh, we're so cool. Has nothing to do with that. This is about inspiration, and this is about letting things inspire you. And, hearing from multiple different people, I just love that because everyone's different. And not everyone's going to be like you. You can't be a manager in this business. You have to be a leader. So it is up to you to remember that with the people that come into your business, maybe you need to suggest multiple leaders to them because maybe, you're their upline and you were there to remind them and coach them or whatever or train them, but they might not relate to you as much or be in the same shoes that you're in. So I actually have everyone on my team following tons of different people. And the reason being is I want them to find that person that inspires them, the one that they can relate to, so that they can take off in this business. It's not about me, it's about them. So the more that you do that with your team, the more you're going to take off. And I guarantee you that is the only reason I am where I am right now is because I care. And I talk to them, and I check in on them, and I'm like, all right, where are you at, And now it's getting so big that I'm like, crap, I can't do as much as I used to do, but I'm doing as much as I can. I want to talk about Tiffany for a moment because she was one of those totally random online, like hardly ever happens to me ever stranger that I added, like no mutual friends in common, until after we started talking we realized we kind of were related in a weird way. But anyways, so not like genetically, but like through, that would be cool. But I want her to marry my brother. But anyway, through mutual friends. But so I was actually scared to even meet up with Tiffany. I never told her this because I still had not really met a whole lot of people like online in person. I met them through rap parties or blitzes maybe, and so I felt comfortable because I had met them. But so she messaged me out of nowhere about the business and said something to the effect of like, my friend was telling me about this, but her party's not for a while. Do you think that she might, do they normally go over the distributor side of the rap parties? And I'm like, well, I can go over the distributor side with you, And so she's like, sure. I invited her to a Tuesday training. She came, she signed, and it's been a month, right? A month and a week, and she double promoted to Ruby in a month and a week. And Yeah, and she earned the $500 Ruby bonus. She's also boxed for Emerald, which means she has all her distributors under her in an Emerald structure. Okay, so she's crazy and amazing. I want you to follow her. Her name is Tiffany Yost, Y-O-S-T. She's gonna kill me later, but that's okay. Do you have one of these yet? Okay, you already have one. So I wanted to give you a necklace for going through me, and you already got mine, right? Okay. All right, I'm proud of you. Good job. Keep doing what you're doing. Let's cheer her on. She wants to go diamond this month. 2 months in. She's insane. I'm like, can I be like you? Oh my gosh. It took me forever to go diamond. Okay. So if you are Emerald, will you please stand? Stand. Now. All right. And then if you guys could come up here and say your name, you're under, and business tips.
My name is Katie, and I'm under Joy, and I'm also in the support ticket Nightmare with Crystal. And but if it all goes through, I am Emerald. And I'm supposed to give you a tip. When it goes through, I will be Emerald in probably 3 days still of watching my Facebook or my tweet repeatedly. My business tip for you is, I don't know, I didn't even think I was going to give a business tip. That's okay. My business tip usually is to be where you're at today. Go to trainings when you have the opportunity. Talk to people when you have the opportunity. Go to rap parties when you have the opportunity. Surround yourself kind of in the It Works culture because it inspires you, it lifts you up, it gets you motivated again when you're kind of getting down, gives you new tips, different perspective to different people. So that would be my tip.
Hi, I'm Sheena, and I drove all the way from the Canadian border basically to be here to speak with you guys. Because we're one team, we're about some people. I think my upline is Brianna. I mean, I've got Christy, she's my double diamond, and then Brianna Swindle. So I think my one tip would be just to tag people. I think when you're doing your business online with Facebook, social networking, make sure people see what you're doing. Sometimes they don't, see everything that you post. If you're posting 2 or 3 times a day, tag people. That way you know they're actually seeing what you post, and it helps. So that's, I think, a good tip.
She's so fabulous. I love Sheena. Stop trying to sit down. That's the 3rd time you tried to sit down. Because I have a gift for you, dude. Here is a Networks necklace for going Emerald. I'm super proud of you. So a little story about Katie. If you don't follow her either, it's Katie Whitmore Hansen in one long thing. She is absolutely phenomenal. Katie, and then again, the reason I'm talking about these things is so that hopefully you guys can relate, right? So Katie joined only because I was kind of pressuring her when I first started. I was like, please join. And so finally she's like, fine. She was a loyal customer under a mutual friend who also had joined my team. And so she joined under me, and I think that same night or the next morning, she wrote this big, long text message. I'm really sorry, but if it's within the cancellation time, like I'd like to cancel, and I don't want to be doing this, and and like this isn't where I need to be. And I was like, you're not quitting. Sorry, they don't let you quit. And like I just told her that because I didn't want her to quit. She looked it up later, but I was like, you can't quit. Like, sorry, it's already done. But I guess we should launch you and see where it goes. And so I spent the next about month, meeting with her, training her, sending her stuff, and she was probably the most doubtful person, not trying to make you feel bad, but that I have ever had join my team. Ever. Yeah, just letting you know. So doubtful, like forever. And then at the time we had a $1,000 Ruby bonus, and she was like, you know what, I need that for my family. So whether I like it or not, I'm gonna do it. And she did it. Then the next month, she had signed up her husband. She did it again, her 2nd month in, and got her husband a Ruby bonus. I didn't even put anything, that was all her. She's amazing. Then the 3rd month, she helped a team member do it, and then she's, kind of coached a few other people, and so now she's Emerald. And you're 4 months in, right? You're 4 months in. I just checked. Okay. So there's all these different stories you're going to hear. Some of you are probably like, why does it matter? Hopefully some of you can relate. So even if you're in those shoes of, thinking about quitting, or maybe you don't want to do this, or you have somebody who's thinking of doing that, really encourage them. Like, even if sometimes you have to literally pick people up on your team and be like, you're not quitting, sorry, I will do this with you. And I wasn't anything, I don't even think ruby, was I? Maybe I was ruby. Oh, okay. Oh, I did take her to the diamond room. Yeah, I just took her to the diamond. I was like, you come in with me. She was my, oh yeah, okay. So anyway, the point is, she was super doubtful, right? And I was doubtful too. But I was like, just come with me anyway. Sometimes you need to be that person. And, you know, if you heard me mention earlier, divorce, baby loss a job, bankruptcy, car almost got repossessed, I was anything but happy. And I know it seems like I'm super happy, but not everyone's always super happy on the inside. And I am now, right? Because this business totally changed my life. But I wasn't, even all the way up until this, honestly, all the way up till I hit double diamond. I was just doing this, like not even sure why. I was just like, I'm gonna do this because I'm making money. And now it's so different now. Like, I realize now, like, this is what I was called to do. I'm not trying to be weird, but like everything that like aligned in my life, like church and leadership at camps and leading small groups and everything, I realize now that like that was all prepping me for this. So don't doubt yourself. Knock it off. Take that away and believe in yourself and run with it. And I guarantee you, the more confidence that you shine on other people, the more they're going to grasp a little bit of that and take it for themselves and run with you. And then they're going to do it. And then they're going to do it. And then they're going to do it. And the next thing you know, you're going to be Ambassador Diamond. I'm just saying. It's happening. I'm going to Ambassador next year. It's happening. It's happening. Okay. If you are a diamond, will you please stand? All right. All right. So do you guys want to come up here? It's really fun when you're a diamond, just saying. Okay, so, if you want to say name and the business tip, when you went diamond, and how it's changed your life. And if you can't remember, I'll remind you.
I'm a shiny, bright diamond, Christina. Woo! Averaging about $2,000 a month. Not a little more, because I'm awesome. I work hard. No, seriously, Joy calls me up and she goes, "You're that close to diamond," and I'm like, "No, you're blowing smoke up my panties." And she's like, "No, you're gonna get it. 7 people away, 3 people away, 2 people away. You did it." I did it. I went diamond May 31st while I was on vacation in Ocean Shores, and it's all about not giving up. My business tip is blitz. Have a coupon on hand it to people, wear it, talk about it. I finally got my car magnet, and you don't know how many people stare at your car and they read it, and I love it. Like, it was totally awesome. Like, the lady was like, and then she looked at me and she looked back again, and then she was like, "I'm not looking at you again." So it worked, you know. What else? I earned the $10,000 good bonus.
$1,000.
Yes, $10,000 good bonus. I can seriously say I don't earn that in my 9-to-5 job that I've had for the last 8 years. So I work full time and I have 4 kids full time. And I met Joy off the buy-sell trade site, and I told her, whatever it takes, show me, I'm doing it, and I have yet to let you know. I'm 3 away from double diamond. So, thank you, Lord, for blessing my family. I don't have to rely on my spouse for anything financial, and he's pretty shocked because even though I paid most of everything before, he just can't keep up, and that hurts his ego. So, don't take it to heart that you can't provide for your women. Join them and enjoy it.
Sorry.
Okay. I went diamond May. I'm Shaylee Beatty, and I earned my $10,000 bonus. It has changed my life completely. I actually just got my dream car. I got a 2014 Camaro. Actually gave my husband the minivan because he was stay-at-home dad. And now I'm cruising around in a Camaro, which is awesome. And
good. So when I first started, I wasn't consistent. I would build, get all excited, and then I'd be like, oh, I'm good, I'm gonna keep going. And then the next month, 3 months later, I lose LCs. It was back up and down, up and down. And if you're consistent every single month and go through your steps to success, you're gonna go up. There's no way to go if you're following the steps to success. So just staying consistent in your business.
I'm Amy. I hit diamonds May 31st, and I earned a $10,000 good bonus. Okay, May 25th, my bad. It's changed my life because I don't have to worry about how we're going to put our kids in things that they want to do, because my husband works full-time at Boeing. He loves to instrument. He will never be the same. He was seriously. And my business tip is don't make excuses. I have a couple of weeks on and I'm here. I'm still messaging people, talking to people. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you, guys. Okay, I love you. Bye. Thank you for. Do you need anything? Are you good? You need tea? Okay. Sorry you don't feel good. Take like 3 scoops of greens and a hot bath. Tell Jay to put the kids in bed. Okay, so I know for sure now there's more than one double diamond program. Paisley Harvey just promoted a double diamond yesterday, right? Or 2 days ago, a week ago? Come on up here, girlfriend. It's so nice to not stand up here alone anymore. I'm so tired of standing up here by myself. How's everybody?
I don't catch up to her. She started out.
I don't have gifts for the diamonds because I already gave it to you. But I love you. I don't have any gifts for you, but okay. I'm your gift. I want you to inspire everybody. You can have the panel. Okay. I want you to inspire everybody because you're a rock star. So
Hi, I'm Paisley. I promoted to double diamond just a few days ago. And like 13 other people on my team promoted this month too. It wasn't just me. There was like 5, 6 rubies, emeralds. Last month I had a diamond, my first diamond on my team. That was freaking exciting. I think I actually cried when she hit diamond and not when I hit diamond. Because it was kind of, because when you build a diamond, that means you're going double diamond. So, but, I hit diamond May 31st this year, and I earned the $10,000 good bonus. I'm 25 years old, stay-at-home mom. When I joined, I was a nanny and a student. I graduated in March, the same day practically. I hit Emerald, actually. Online college, nerd right here, accountant. So you can do it if you're busy. School's not an excuse, it's just a motivator, because I don't know about you guys, but I have student loans. Which I'm actually going to be making my first payment, a quarter of the entire amount that I owe on my entire student loan. So that is just overwhelming. And I haven't paid any interest on it yet, so I'm really excited. So I think that most of the reason why I'm where I am today is because I didn't give up. It was hard. I mean, it wasn't always easy. I promoted to executive in 3 months. I didn't get my 120 in free product credit. Yeah, believe it or not, I'm still here. I didn't get it. So executive in 3 months, ruby in 6, emerald in like 9, diamond was in May. I think it was like my 10th month. And then my 1 year was July 24, so I hit double diamond 13 months and 4 days in the business. Which my end goal was diamond. So I said, no matter what, I have to hit diamond, because if diamond would make it so I didn't have to get a job, the rule was when I graduated college, I was supposed to get a real job, and my boyfriend was going to enroll in school, because he needs to go to school too, right? We all need to get an education, do the things we want to do.
And I said, can I have a couple more months, please? Because I really don't want to get a job yet. And I think that this could make us some money if you just please let me keep going. He was like, okay. What? I was like, just a couple more months. Seriously, I can do this. And I was hoping I'd hit diamond. I was like, as long as I can make like $1,000, we're good. Because that's legit money. You can still get a part-time job and pay your bills. So I did that, and then I was like, no, this isn't good enough. We got bigger plans. And I think one of the biggest things It Works has taught me, which we just had this conversation over dinner last night, was that, oh, by the way, I feel like this is important because today's the 1st of September. So who is paying rent today? Is everyone paying rent today? Everyone? No mortgage, whatever. Well, for us, for the last 2 years, we've lived in the house we're in. And every 1st of the month, Devin pays the rent with his entire paycheck. Minus $200. And that lasts us for 2 weeks. And we spend $100 a week on groceries and $62.50 a week on gas. Yeah, that's exact, because we have no money. So this is the first month he did not pay rent. I paid rent 2 weeks ago, and I almost died. It was amazing. Like, and I've been rubbing it in for like 2 weeks, so I'm like, we're gonna money on the first. Like, he took me out to dinner last night. He took me out to dinner. I'm like, yeah, that would have been me taking you out to dinner, but it's all good. I let him, enjoy it. But it was the first month we ever had any money on the 1st of the month. We're usually just broke. Sorry, first 2 weeks of the month we can't hang out. I'll make you dinner at my house. That's fine. I'm actually really broke, so you can come over. That's fine. But so that was really exciting for us. So you gotta walk your dog. I know. Okay, sorry. But my business tip is to stay consistent always. Just keep posting every single day. It doesn't matter if you have any money or not. Don't tell people you don't have any money. Who gives any craps about how much money you don't have? Nobody, except for you. They are like, yeah, that really sucks. I don't have any money either. Does your non-money problem solve their non-money problem? No, it doesn't. But your wrap cash and the things that are positive in your life and the things that are happening for you, that are changing your situation, those will solve their problem. And if you share more of those and less of the other, you will get more people to join your business. And I signed, well, not last month, because now it's September, but what was the month before? July. I enrolled 15 distributors, and I love them all. But some of them I had been talking to for a long time. Some of them I just started talking to. So don't give up. I mean, just keep talking to them. Keep following up. Hey, how are you? Hey, how are you? To everybody. Because they'll tell you when they're ready to join your business. You just need to be in their life. So that's it.
I will say also, I would not be where I am today. Paisley's not on my team, but if it wasn't for Paisley. She's a really cool Paisley. So Paisley's on a sideline team. So basically, like, all y'all in here, if there's anyone next to you that you don't know, is probably because they're on a sideline team. So that's what is a sideline team, like distributors from another team. But Paisley and I found each other through one of the team pages. We figured out that we live next to each other, and we've been like this ever since. It helps really so much when you are struggling or you're stuck to be able to call somebody on a different team or on your own team even or whatever, and just have that accountability, that help, bounce ideas off each other. We chart together, we drink wine together, our kids fight together, like whatever. She's shaking her head. So anyways, I really encourage you, like if you're coming to these things or if you're not consistently on your team pages, start doing it, make it a habit. I check my team pages like 5 times a day, but I'm an admin on some of them, so that's why. If you're not, then just jump on there even for 5 or 10 minutes and read. I really encourage you to do it at the beginning of the day to pump up your day, and then in the evening to see what happened. Encourage your teammates, cheer them on. So many of you are in the room right now, and I'm recognizing you from the team pages. I'm on multiple pages, but from Facebook. That's going to help you get through. You can get through anything if you've got somebody with you. And that's why I love our motto, one team, one mission. We're going over, as we always do. So the reason why, we don't have any triple diamonds in the room, but next month there will be one. So there will be 2. She's like, okay, I'm holding you to that, man. If you're going triple, I'm going to push you, man. Okay, so we're going to wrap this up. But basically, The reason we bring these people up here to give tips and stuff is to let you know that you are not alone. If you can be following some people, some leaders, if you don't know who to follow, again, Christina Watts, Ashley Hughes, Jocelyn Yates, Jade Hooper, those are 4 of my absolute top favorite. I literally, when I don't know what to do, to this day, I go to people's pages and I copy what they have. Am I copying the distributor stuff? Probably not. I usually copy like double or above because they're there for a reason. They're there because they already have been through the fire. They're still in it in a different way, shape, or form. Trust me, because I'm in it right now. I'm probably going to have a heart attack or triple. My hair's falling out, but still, I'm just being real. Like, I'm going crazy, man. Like, triple's not a joke. Oh my God, I want to cry every day. But don't let that scare you or discourage you. I should have just said that out loud. I'm sorry. Everything's happy. You should remember. Everything's perfect. I'm just joking. It's not at all. 6 confounds that a day. But anyway, so the reason we do this is so that there are people that can lift you up and inspire you and encourage you. And if you think we're all freaks, I'm sorry, but like the more that you go on, you're gonna love your freaks. Like I love all you. I want to talk about this because it's the first of the month, and then Shaylee, I'm switching it up. Sorry, you're gonna close us out. So what's that? Oh, always at the end. Yep. And so this is your steps to success sheet. So if you're looking at it, I want to go over this. If you are new or if you haven't joined, this is your key to anything you want in this entire company. It's right here, baby. When you get stressed out, because trust me, hear me out, you are going to be tagged by multiple people. You are going to be put in multiple rap pages. You are going to be like, hey, jump on this call. Hey, watch this video. Oh my God, I thought of you. Look at this, look at that. Now, some of you might not have like an active upline, but that's what I'm like with my team, and they hate me because I'm like tag, 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 tag. Sorry, not sorry, because, you know, hashtag sorry, not sorry. That's what you should be doing. And if you don't have somebody doing that, become that person. I mean, don't be annoying, but in an uplifting way. I mean, do you feel me a little bit? I'm feeling like a little pumped up, the tone of my voice right now. Like, I'm excited about this. Bye, everything. Oh, you have to be pumped up. Okay, she's going to the bathroom. Let's do it. Okay. Anyways, she's like running out, going like this. I'm like, what are you doing? So anyway, become that person. Just decide right now. I decided from day one that I was going to be somebody that was in my team's lives, not only personally. Like, I have multiple team members that aren't working their business right now. I talk to them every day. Most of them every day. Like, we still are talking. Because I know at some point this is going to be right for them. They're going to jump back in or start up when they never started. So the best thing that you could ever do is learn the ins and outs of this sheet. We're going to talk about this, and then teach it to your team. And really, like, recognize whether that's a shout out on Facebook or just a personal text message or just when you see them, like, hey, you know, I noticed you, Elsie, good job. Like, that's awesome. Whatever it is, just that recognition. Every single day, you want to be doing 3 things. 3 R's. So if you're taking notes, you want to be thinking about residual income, okay? So things that are going to make you money. You're going to want to be thinking of recognition, recognizing your team's efforts, and recognizing what you've done too. I don't care if you haven't enrolled anyone before. If you jumped on and watched a training video, if you jumped on a rep page and read for 10 minutes, if you blitzed somebody, if you shared a product with somebody, be proud of that. Own it. Be like, heck yeah, I did something today with my business. Even on the days where it's crazy, like tomorrow's a crazy day. I'm telling the whole team right now, if you're in here, I'm not working tomorrow. Like, I might look like it on social media, but behind the scenes, I got stuff to do. School's starting, and I'm gearing up for an amazing September, so I'm getting organized tomorrow. I am getting my chores done. I'm paying my bills. I'm getting it all done tomorrow, so that I can just focus the rest of the month. That's good. That's my biggest tip is being organized. I'm not that organized, but I've learned to be organized because, and it's been hard on me to learn how to be organized so that I can fill this out every month and so that I can stay on top of reminding my team. And so I can get where I want to be. But you want to be recognizing your teammates, recognizing the fact that you did something, and maybe recognizing the fact you didn't do something, and then start doing something. You want to be thinking about the residual income, and I'm trying to think of the 3rd R. Paisley, do you remember? Retention. Retention is, thank you, Lynn. Keeping up with your team, not keeping on top of your team. I'm not saying like micromanaging your team, but encouraging them. when you know what's going on in their life, you're going to know how to help them get out of the rut that they're in, or how to get them through whatever milestone that they're trying to achieve. So retention also is going to help with loyal customers. What I do is your little steps of success. When you get a loyal customer, the LC circle right there in the line, that's a loyal customer. You're going to write their name down. I have these in 3 places in my house. I know people say to do 1, but I have 3 because I have baby brain still, and I have no brain at all, actually, and everyone on my team knows this. That's why timers go off on my phone all day, because I literally would never get anything done if I didn't have timers going on. But I have this in 3 places because there's something about physically putting this on your refrigerator or on your bathroom mirror, and then I have one in my car, believe it or not, and sometimes it's in my purse, but whatever. That one's really wrinkly. And I have it in 3 places because I like to remember to see that. Now, last month, I did not do this. I did not physically print this and put it up, so you can thank me because I did this and I didn't have it. You are going to take this home and you're going to put it up on your refrigerator, wherever you're going to look at it, maybe by your sink, whatever. And seeing those lines empty is going to drive you to go fill it. And even if you don't fill it at the end of the month, but you know that you put your best effort in, that's okay. Because you know that those seeds that are planted to fill those lines are going to happen maybe the next month or 6 months from now. Most of the distributors that I signed this month, I signed 7 of them, were people that I had been talking to for, oh my gosh, so long. Is Leland? How long have I been talking to you, dude? For like a year? Forever. And she's like, no. And I'm like, hey, Layla, how are you? Hey, Layla, how are you? How's it going? How are the kids doing? But like hanging out with her too, and like, you know, just chatting with her, maybe not about it works, but not because I wanted to distribute her, but because I care, and I know she is so busy like me, and she has so many kids, and other kids, and so many kids. You have so many kids, dude. I don't even know how many kids you have. How many kids do you have? 8? Or you have 4, but you have more than that right now. You have 6 kids. Okay, well, for some reason it feels like 8. Oh, maybe it's because you're a husband. Anyway, but just a little bit. It's okay, I've known him forever. Hopefully he's not watching this. But anyway, the point is, I've been talking to Leela forever. She actually came to trainings a while back when they were at my house. We met up, we talked on the internet, we talked at church. And I didn't give up because I knew that if I stayed present in her life, at some point she was going to need this. And at some point she was going to be able to wrap her mind around it and go, all right, I can do this now. And her husband actually reached out to me and was like, can you talk to her again? Like, she needs this. Like, I know she needs this. And I know that she can do this. And I was like, yes, she can. Thank you. I've been talking to her for like a year. So do not give up on those seeds. If these don't get filled, that in itself is success because those seeds are out there. If you know with conviction that you were out planting those seeds and working on this, and you can only get it better from there, they're going to pile up. So again, this last month, 7 distributors that I signed. And now that's not every month that I sign that many, but it's because those were people I've been talking to forever, and then those seeds are going to compound. Time's going to pass anyway, and then after a while, they're going to see it pop up in their newsfeed again, or they're going to run into you at the grocery store, and you're going to remind them of a good card, or they're going to see you at church, whatever it is, and at some point, it's going to be the right time. Are we always going to need loyal customers? Are we always going to need distributors? Are we going to be doing this for a while? Anybody? Yeah? I'm going to do this forever because I could never make this kind of money. She could totally come up here. I love her. Hi. Are you a rock star in training? Hello. You want the mic? My daughter really wanted to come tonight because Katie and I were watching that song in the car. No, I'm all done. She wanted to come tonight. She goes, I want to sing the Nay Nay song to the rap girls. And I was like, you're sick. I don't want you talking in the mic. And she's like, I want to sing the Nay Nay song. She's like freaking. But anyway, so you're going to be working on this every month. You're going to be trying to fill out your 4 loyal customers, especially if you're in your first 30 days. You're actually going to get a $100 shopping spree just for doing that. So if you're in your first 30 days, now sometimes they give you grace for like another 24 hours. Like I have a girl today who signed her 4th and her 30th day was actually yesterday, but she sent in a support ticket. So we're crossing our fingers. That happened to me too. I signed my 4th the day after my 30th day. but I sent in a support ticket and they still granted it to me. So sometimes, if you're really, really nice to them, you're like, please, oh please, I worked hard, they'll work with you. But again, you only have 30 days to get these scores. So whether you got it or you haven't got it or you're working on it or you're planning on building a team, keep that in mind, because when your distributor joins you or you're going to join after this or you just joined, whatever it is, you want to be getting those 4 right away. Now for Tiffany, you get your 4 in your first day. But some people this takes a month and that's okay. But every month we're working on this, you guys. So last month, for example, I did not print this off, and I only sent 1 little customer the whole month. But I have my triple turn up on my wall, and I knew that I needed 6 more distributors for my triple. So I was like, I'd seen that visual and seeing those empty boxes, I was like, okay, I need distributors here. I'm gonna go get them. I'm gonna share with everybody. But I had not done this. I just printed this 2 days before month's end, and I only had 1 on there. But by printing it and having it there and looking at that on month's end, it got all filled out. So it's super important. That's why you have that in your hand right now. Don't take that lightly. Put it in a place that you're going to see it. Make copies of it if you're like me. And then again, I know the second step it says go Ruby. Obviously, you're not going to be going Ruby every single month unless you're Katie. So basically what this is like if you haven't hit Ruby, be focusing on that. Get your 4, get your 120 product, and then be focusing on Ruby, or at least be learning Ruby while you're working on getting your 4 loyals. So if you already are Ruby, maybe you're like, well, why does it still say go Ruby? Basically all this means down here is distributors. You're going to be working on getting 3 distributors. Now I like to do 4 distributors personally. It just kind of makes more sense to me. I like to do a loyal customer and a distributor every week. So I know if I'm talking to 10 potential distributors and 10 potential loyal customers every single day, and maybe adding 10, 20 people a day on Facebook and posting consistently, chances are if I'm doing that for an hour and a half a day, broken up even, that by Friday when people get paid, I call it follow-up Friday. It's super crucial to your business to be working on Friday. Chances are I'm going to get a distributor or a loyal customer that day. And even if I don't, mid-month is where fire's at. If you are planting seeds and you're consistent all month long, that second and third Friday of the month, people aren't paying their rent and their mortgages out of that one. They more than likely have money left over. So that's huge. So again, I like to do 4 loyals and 4 distributors. You can use this to write it down. I actually personally, I challenge myself to fill out 2 of these every month. Does not always happen. I've only had 2 months ever where I filled for sure 2 of these out, but I'm trying. That's the point, is I'm working on it. That is what this is. That's why you have it in your map. Also at the top, when it says step 1, join the party. Every single month, if you're new, if you're wondering why everything's set to 0, every single month we start over again. So everything, don't freak out, everything starts to 0. I'm not commission qualified right now. I'm a distributor right now, right? Because people's auto ships haven't ran yet. So all those loyals that you signed last month, they're not going to be showing volume underneath you until their card runs, obviously. It works like they're just going to give you a paycheck unless they're getting money from them for product. So as their auto ships run throughout the month, you are going to have more volume running underneath your downline. Does that make sense? Okay, so even for me right now, I only have a couple $100 underneath me. We actually ended last month with almost 50 grand, which is so exciting. It's the biggest month I've ever had in business. Again, I only have a couple $100 right now because auto ships haven't run yet. Now, if you're wondering why every month we join the party, you're like, I already joined. It's kind of weird. We run our auto ship every single month, and that is Bible. I'm going to tell you that right now. Now, you can turn it off, and I'll tell you a few ways around that, but it's super, super, super important to get into the habit, because I guarantee you, when you're diamond and your whole downline is not running their auto shipments, you're going to be like, dang it, I wish I was a better example to my team and to myself and getting into a habit of running the auto shipment. The reason we wanted our auto shipment for 80 BV, it's basically business volume is what BV is it makes you commission qualified automatically. Are you leaving? It makes you commission qualified. We're almost in. But and then Shay's going to close this out. But basically, by running it for at least 80 BV, which is roughly around $100, my biggest suggestion is to do 2 boxes of wraps. I'll tell you why in a minute. You do whatever you want on your auto shipment, but it makes you commission qualified, and it also works kind of like a business insurance. So bear with me. So, for example, couple months ago when I hit double diamond. That was great. And then the next month I regained double diamond. I think mid-month I regained. And I was so excited. Then I got lazy. And I was just basking in the fact that I was double diamond. And I was just, kind of helping a few people, random people promoting, whatever. But I wasn't really trying on this because I pushed hard. I was using that excuse. I pushed so hard to go double, I need to rest. Oh my God, that's the dumbest thing I ever did. Because you know what I did? I turned my auto shipment off because I had really high volume. You can still be commission qualified if you have 150 in personal business volume. So if you have 150, you are fine. You can turn it off if you need to. But this is where it gets risky. I turned it off because I had 200 in volume. Somebody returned $200 worth of stuff. It dropped my volume, and because I had already regained earlier in the month, I wasn't even checking eSuite or checking to see if I was still double, because I had already regained. And I totally forgot that I didn't have an auto ship on. So what happened? The very end of the month, on the 30th, around 11 in the morning, my upline texts me and she goes, Joy, you're not commission qualified and you're not double. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I regained in the middle of the month. What are you talking about? I'm going to get, $6,000 paycheck. Probably more, because it is more. And she's like, no, Joy, go look. And I went and looked, and sure enough, somebody had returned it. And Bree had not been on top of it and told me I wouldn't have even known, because I wasn't on eSuite. I was just relaxing that month. Super, 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 super dangerous, because if you were that close to the 150 in personal volume and somebody returned something on the last day, you are screwed and you won't get a paycheck. Now, if you're brand new, I'm going to tell you this right now. Everyone's going to tell you you're in an auto ship. Do what you need to do for your family. Do not let that auto ship make or break your business. There have been months that I had it off, and there have been months that I had it on. But I'll tell you what, there's always a way around it. My best advice is to do what they set you up for, which is the 2 boxes of wraps. Because if you have that coming to you, you know that you got to cover it. You sell one of those boxes of wraps at $25 a wrap. There's 4 of them in a box. That's $100. That's covering your auto shipment right there. You're running your business for free. Then you sell the other box of wraps, and that's $100 wrap cash, guys. That's for me, that's almost a full month of gas. I just got a new car, and this got a good gas mileage, but I didn't used to. But anyway, I know, it's so exciting. I never thought I'd be able to say those words. I got a new car. Anyway, so that is my best advice. Every month our auto ship is on. It's set for ADVV. You can make it go toward the end of the month if you want, but you need to have that set up. You don't want somebody returning something. Now, another easy way to make it be ADVV is to do 1 box of wraps and then a box of greens. That's another thing, or a box of hair, skin, and nails. So that way you have the grains to give as samples and then the wraps to sell. So anyway, for me, that was really hard on me in the beginning because I had no money. I sold my children's baby clothes to buy my distributor kit. I know a lot of you are in the same shoes. So that was really hard, but it pushed me. It pushed me hard to sell those wraps, and I did. And sometimes I didn't, and my check was lower, and that's okay. But do what you gotta do and try to make that happen. Super important. The end of that story, I had to place a huge order, and because I had just hit double and never had that kind of money, I'd already spent all my money that month. I paid bills, but I also spent a lot of money. Michelle was with me. I spent $600 on Dior makeup. What was I doing? Now I'm oh my gosh, I've never done it before in my life, I'll never do it again. But anyway, just the once. But I went to World Market and spent $800 on decorations. So stupid. And Target. Shut up. And dinner for my team. But anyway, the point was that money was gone. So guess what I had to do? I had to call my parents and go, I'm a double diamond, I'm making $6,000 a month, but I gotta borrow $300 to place a huge butt order to get my volume up, or I'm gonna lose out on a big paycheck, a $6,000 paycheck. And I had to do that. So just know as you get up there, it's really gonna affect you. But don't let that make or break you. There's always a way. That is what this is. That's what we do. If you are doing this every single month and you are teaching your team to be doing this, and they actually do, yes, in a perfect world, but let's just say they do. You can go double diamond in 3 months. I don't know if you guys knew that. The company set this up and it's designed around that. So if you are doing this and your team, say you go Ruby, and your team is doing this, you will go double diamond in 3 months. Again, perfect world, but let's strive to do that, okay? I want Shaylee to come up here and give her testimony